Switch by Velocity is a controller that was already available in the original Vienna Instruments. It allows you to switch between different articulations depending on the velocity of the notes you play. One good example is a switch between fortepiano and sforzato. Load a fortepiano of the solo cello into the upper cell, a sforzando into the lower cell. Now set the controller for the y-axis to velocity, and the notes with a lower velocity level will trigger the fortepianos, the notes with a higher velocity level will trigger the sforzato. And of course you can adjust the breakpoint between those two or more cells. We'll set it a little higher in this case. And now it's time to find out more about Keyswitch Velocity. This new controller is only available if you have chosen Keyswitch on the other axis of the control bar, as these controllers are directly connected. Let's create a small matrix with two rows containing different articulations. The first cell contains détaché with staccatos in the cell underneath, then pizzicato and collegno, and further on sustains with progressive vibrato and the variation with diminishing vibrato. The horizontal x-axis will be triggered by key switches. C1 to D1 will switch between those articulations, and the vertical y-axis will be controlled by Keyswitch Velocity. This means that I can control both axes with one key switch. Depending on whether the key switch is triggered with low or high velocity, I will switch between détaché and staccato on C1, pizzicato and collegno on C#1, and so forth. The cool thing about this is that the actual play range doesn't have any velocity restrictions, so that you can make use of the full velocity range, as only the key switches are velocity dependent.